Tonight, St. Louis County reports good news as businesses begin to open up. Cases of COVID-19 continue to fall.
Plus, calls for change. Officials in Minneapolis take action on some police department policies following the death of George Floyd.
And better than expected, but still worrisome. That's the message on the economy as the job market sees an upward trend despite millions of Americans still being unemployed.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 10.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Vaki.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. Tonight, St. Louis County has gone an entire week without any new reported COVID-19 cases. We'll have more on that in just a moment.
The news comes on the same day Minnesota Governor Tim Walz relaxed several restrictions statewide. Starting June 10th, bars and restaurants will be able to allow customers inside again for the first time since March, but only at 50% capacity. The same goes for salons and places of worship. Entertainment venues like movie theaters and bowling alleys will be able to operate at 25% capacity. Those businesses will have a cap of 250 people, and masks must be worn by staff at bars and restaurants. One gym owner we spoke with today said they are excited to reopen their doors.
It has been really tough. We do have some really amazing members who have been really supportive through this whole thing. You know, have we lost people? Absolutely. We are down.
Gyms will be able to hold group classes provided adequate social distancing can be maintained. They're encouraged to hold classes outdoors.
The news comes at a good time for St. Louis County as they've seen a drastic decrease in positive cases. In fact, it's been an entire week since a new case has been reported. That's according to health officials. CBS 3's Jesse Slater reports.
As of Friday, no new cases of COVID-19 have been reported in St. Louis County.
We're doing really well with the stay-at-home orders and Stay Safe Minnesota, not going out a lot.
It's been a week since the county has seen a new case of the deadly virus. The last confirmed case of COVID-19 was reported May 29th, leaving the current number of total cases at 119, with 14 deaths for the county.
It's nice to have low numbers now, but that doesn't change how we're preparing.
Even though the decline is positive news, county health officials say we aren't out of the woods just yet.
As we move around more, as we interact more, there's going to be more potential for infection.
Amy Westbrook, the St. Louis County Public Health Division Director, says the county hasn't gone more than 2 days without a new case of the virus since it first appeared in the area on March 21st.
We're not sure what we're going to see in another 2 or 3 weeks. Because we know things have opened up, we've seen a lot of large gatherings.
Westbrook warns since COVID-19 has an incubation period of 14 days, the county and state as a whole could see a spike in cases.
We're happy to see our numbers low, but we don't have we're not anticipating that the virus is going to go away completely. We know that in a pandemic sort of situation, we will see peaks and valleys of disease transmission.
Westbrook added it's important for people to remember the virus is still active and to practice social distancing as well as wearing proper PPE. All right, Dave joins us for a quick look at the weather. Dave, what's the weekend shaping up to be like?
Well, starting on a sunny note, but cool. Finishing on a cool note, but cloudier and perhaps stormier. Slight chance for severe weather come Sunday, but the rain the system then brings is much needed. So here's the upper Midwest situation that's coming around tonight through the weekend. Low pressure system that did bring rain earlier is moving away. Cooler high pressure settling in for Saturday. But to the west, you can see a low pressure system towards Idaho starting to brew up on the tail end of that cold front. Well, that's what could be delivering us a bit of rain here once we get towards Sunday. Here is our weekend forecast. Partly cloudy tonight, partly cloudy Saturday with a high of 67, which is normal, but cooler than it's been for about a week. 66 on Sunday with a 60% chance of rain that just might stick around through Tuesday or Wednesday. So we just might put an end to the fire danger if we can get some decent rain, and the latest models indicate we could. I'll talk more about it in a bit.
Thanks, Dave. The memorial that marks the spot where George Floyd was last seen alive continues to grow by the day. This was the scene Friday on Chicago Avenue and 38th Street. The area has been marked with flowers, candles, pictures, and more as people remember Floyd. By the way, there is a petition to rename the road after Floyd. Significant changes were announced at an emergency meeting of the Minneapolis City Council on Friday. Police officers in Minneapolis will no longer be allowed to use chokeholds or neck restraints. Jennifer Mayerly has more.
A stipulation agreement in order to prevent what happened to George Floyd from happening again in Minneapolis.
There are 12 ayes.
That carries, and that motion is adopted.
It bans chokeholds and neck restraints, requires officers to report any unauthorized use of force, and says officers must intervene by words or action to stop banned use of force when they see it happening. The action stems from the Department of Human Rights discrimination charge filed against the city of Minneapolis and its police department.
We cannot let George Floyd's death be in vain. We must use this as a catalyst opportunity to make dramatic change.
The police chief will now have to approve crowd control weapons being used like tear gas and rubber bullets, like what we saw used in the aftermath of Floyd's killing. Mayor Jacob Frey welcomed these changes and more.
We can quite literally lead the way in our nation, enacting more police reform than any other city in the entire country, and we cannot fail.
Council members weighed in.
Reform will never be enough.
We are now saying that we recognize, along with the state, that there has been systemic and institutional racism and long-standing problems in policing.
It's time for us to get serious about this work alongside community members who have been doing this work for decades and not getting paid for it.
Meanwhile, both Twin Ports police departments are taking steps to address how they protect and serve. Since George Floyd's death in Minneapolis, there's been a new focus on the 8 Can't Wait movement. It lays out 8 ways departments can reduce police violence, including banning chokeholds and requiring de-escalation tactics to be used. Superior Mayor Jim Payne says the city has adopted all 8 proposals. Duluth Police Chief Mike Tuscan says his department has also adopted all 8, but there's more work to be done. Duluth Mayor Emily Larson today signed the Obama Foundation mayoral pledge to review and reform use of force policies. The city is holding a press conference on Monday to talk more about the process.
Many area physicians took a knee in support of the Black Lives Matter movement in Duluth today. The White Coats for Black Lives protest happened today at Essentia's West Duluth Clinic. The silent protest involved more than 20 doctors from Essentia, St. Luke's, and Lake Superior Community Health. The doctors knelt for 10 minutes to represent the nearly 10 minutes that George Floyd had a knee on his neck. Tonight, President Trump is hailing a surprising drop in the number of Americans looking for work.
The Labor Department says the economy added 2.5 million jobs in May, bringing the unemployment rate down to 13.3%.
The report sent the stock market soaring today, but it comes with a big catch. 30 million Americans are still out of work, and the jobless rate remains near historic highs.
CBS's Paula Reed reports tonight from the White House.
With 11 straight weeks of bad economic news, President Trump celebrated today's still startling unemployment number because it was better than economists expected.
Today is probably, if you think of it, the greatest comeback in American history, but it's not going to stop here.
That may be an exaggeration, given the 13.3% unemployment rate is still near the worst since the Great Depression, and almost 43 million Americans have filed jobless claims since the start of the pandemic. The president also seemed to link today's economic numbers to George Floyd and racial equality.
Hopefully George is looking down right now and saying there's a great thing that's happening for our country. There's a great day for him.
The White House insists the president was not tying Floyd to the unemployment news. But former Vice President Joe Biden said putting the deceased Minneapolis man and the economy in the same thought was despicable.
And the fact that he did so on the day when black unemployment rose, Hispanic unemployment rose, black youth unemployment skyrocketed, tells you everything you need to know about this man and what he really cares about.
Meanwhile, the president continues to face criticism from those who served him. Former White House Chief of Staff John Kelly said today he agreed with former Defense Secretary Jim Mattis, who this week denounced the president as divisive.
No president ever is a dictator or a king. I think we need to look harder at who we elect. What is their character like? What is their What are their ethics?
Today, Secretary of Defense Mark Esper, who publicly disagreed with the president on using active duty troops to respond to protests, ordered most of those who came to the Washington area this week to return to their home bases. A few hundred will remain on alert over the weekend.
Still to come on Live Local CBS 3, COVID-19 is hitting industries far and wide, including newspapers. We're hearing from an Iron Range editor on what they're doing to keep local storytelling alive.
Normal high temp is 68. We made it to 76 today, but falling back to normal for the weekend. Dry Saturday, perhaps stormy on Sunday, but much needed rain coming our way, which we'll show you on the 7-day forecast right after our break.
Live, local, CBS 3 News at 10 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS 3. Watch Anthony Matt weekdays at 6 and 10 p.m. on Live, local, CBS 3 Duluth.
I have lost 25 pounds and I'm still going strong. Super easy. You follow the program and you lose weight. It's just that simple.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Whether you're working in the garage or the garden, Fleet Farm has what you need. This week, save big on things like Valvoline Full Synthetic Motor Oil, just $15.99 after rebate. Select Under Armour apparel, 40% off our low fleet price. Select Pepsi 6-packs, 4 for $10. And Diamond Large Bag Dog Food, $3 off. Plus, don't forget Dad. Fleet Farm gift cards make the perfect gift for Father's Day. No matter the job, we've got you covered. Fleet Farm, built for real life.
You love the look of exterior lighting, but lighting contractors cost a fortune. And wiring your own lights? Well, don't try that at home. You need Disc Lights by Bell & Howell, the portable, powerful, solar-powered LED outdoor lights that mount flat to the ground to create incredible cascades of light. Best of all, there's no wiring at all. Just press Disc Light flat to the ground and you're done. Bell & Howell Disc Lights utilize light conversion technology that absorb the sun's energy in storage cells, where it's converted into solar-powered electricity. So when the sun goes down, Disc Lights come up for 10 full hours and turn off automatically in daylight. And now you can get this set of 4 Bell & Howell Disc Lights for just $19.95. But wait, order today and we'll even ship it to you free. But there's more. Order today and you can get a second set of 4 Disc Lights. Just pay a separate fee. So don't delay. Order your Bell & Howell Disc Lights today. Call now.
Call 1-800-902-5994 or go to disclights.com. That number again is 1-800-902-5994 or order online at disclights.com.
Has your roof seen its better days? Call Peak Construction Roofing today for your free estimate at guaranteed affordable rates. Peak Construction can finance you and will help you step by step from start to finish. Call the best, Peak Construction Roofing. They'll do the rest. Let us take care of you.
Always on the go, but want to keep up with the day's news? Don't worry. Now we are wherever you are. Traveling? No problem. Stream wherever, whenever with Live Local CBS 3.
I never thought that you could lose weight without working out, but this is one of those programs that you don't have to work out.
In the first 40 days, I lost 28 pounds.
If you've got that, don't worry about that. Healthy Systems USA.
Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
All right, let's talk about temperatures here. The warm spell continued for most of our area today, but not everybody. It did indeed continue in Wisconsin and Michigan, where we got the upper 70s going on again. Siren hit 80 straight up. Then into Minnesota, the temperature started to fall off rapidly as it went to the northwest. International Falls high temp today, only 67. Well, the rest of us follow suit, and that's about where we'll end up come tomorrow, at least closer to the lake. Conversely, on the fringes of our region, we'll call it the Ring of Fire, at least by our standards here. Places like International Falls could climb all the way back to 72. But bottom line is the warm spell's gone for the weekend, but may come back with a vengeance perhaps on Monday. I say a vengeance because it could come back with humidity and make it feel kind of uncomfortable. At least with this past week's warm spell, it was dry, so we were able to tolerate it. Right now at the airport, it's 59 degrees with a partly cloudy sky, and the west-northwest wind has really slacked off. Now instead of going 20, it's going 5. Relative humidity, that is 58%. And current temperatures have dropped into the 50s for the Arrowhead of Minnesota. Looking at 54 International Falls, 52 Hibbing, a little bit warmer than that indeed at 57 for Grand Rapids, 55 Silver Bay, and towards Finland as well. 57 Moose Lake. Oh, anywhere from 59 over the hill here in the Twin Ports to 68 in Park Point, so not cooler by the lake, at least at this moment. 61 Solon Springs, and then 59 to 62 from Ironwood to Watersmeet and roundabout way back towards Ashland. Right now, as far as the Doppler goes, there are some showers up in Ontario, and a little bit of ground clutter around the radar station here in Duluth, which isn't really anything at all. Clear tonight, but not overly cool. Things could change up, though, once we get into tomorrow. Our low-pressure system that brought rain this morning, it goes farther away. Cooler high pressure settles into the region, keeps our Saturday sky clear, keeps our temperatures near normal. So compared to the past couple of days, indeed, it will be cool. Then comes Sunday, it stays cool, but this low-pressure system starts to convert atmospheric moisture into rain. It's a 60% chance on Sunday. Could be a couple of severe thunderstorms popping up too, especially away from the lake. Then this rain chance will linger all the way through Tuesday or Wednesday. And Sunday and Tuesday may be soakers with a ½ inch to an inch each go-around coming our way, which hopefully will help knock down that fire danger. Tonight, temperature-wise in Minnesota, the low temps should go from 44 to about 50 degrees. And Wisconsin and Michigan, your low temps will be in the mid to upper 40s there. Everybody gets a partly cloudy sky. Now tomorrow, partly cloudy sky again. Wisconsin, Michigan, high temps 60s by the lake. Could push to 75 down around Hayward. And for Minnesota, closer to the lake, 55 to 67. And there's the ring of fire, as I mentioned, 72 to 74. Partly cloudy sky. Then we shift gears a bit here. Put it into overdrive? Yeah, clouds on Sunday. 60% chance for showers and storms. 30% on Monday, and there's the heat and humidity, 84 and muggy. Tuesday, Wednesday, another soaker possible those 2 days. 78 Tuesday leads to another cool down by next Wednesday, but by the time that low pressure system departs and the cool air comes to call, hopefully we've had enough rain to put that fire threat to bed for a while.
Thanks, Dave. COVID-19 has brought on a new set of challenges to all types of businesses, and the news industry isn't immune.
Yeah, with already declining ad revenue and staff cuts over the last decade, the pandemic has only made things worse for our local newspapers. CBS3's Emma Quinn takes a closer look.
Ink and paper have been the lifeline of the Ely Echo since 1974. But as the town of Ely gets smaller and smaller, so too is the local paper.
Well, locally, it's been decimating. There's no question about it. It's just been one thing after another.
Local newspapers across the country are feeling the impact due to changes in the industry over the years. COVID-19 bringing on a new wave of challenges.
We're just not doing any work.
And Frederick Mello, a St. Paul newspaper reporter and a member of the Minnesota Society of Professional Journalists, is currently on furlough.
We're not kind of contributing at a time when it's probably never been more important to be a journalist.
For Ely Echo, staff is still working, but COVID has taken a toll on the weekly paper.
2 months plus of uncertainty because of the virus, and it's one thing after another, and all newspapers are feeling it.
According to the Minnesota Newspaper Association, 7 newspapers across the state have closed just this year. 16 newspapers have either limited their production days or combined with others. One of those is the Duluth News Tribune, starting next month. In a recent column, the News Tribune's executive editor said the pandemic accelerated advertising decline.
Well, it's doubtless that when a business is closed, it's probably going to do less advertising. And this is still a very advertising-driven medium.
Combs says with the pandemic, local newspapers are needed now more than ever.
If we weren't here, I don't know who would watch the city council, who would cover the school board, who would let the community know of events that are going on.
And adding local newspapers are the historic register of these small towns.
The Ely Echo has always been a weekly paper. Coombs says they have no plans to change production schedules. The schedule change for the Duluth News Tribune is set to start Wednesday, July 8th.
After months of isolation, a local man is using his talents to reconnect with neighbors. We'll show you how right after the break.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
Shop the Memorial Day sale in-store by appointment or online at Home Seasonal Concepts with the largest selection of in-stock outdoor furnishings like this 5-piece fire table, just $9.99, plus no interest financing until 2023. Home Seasonal Concepts Memorial Day sale.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and as you know, my passion is to help each and every one of you get the best sleep of your life. That's why I created my new Giza Dreams bed sheets, 21-inch wide pillowcases that will fit over any pillow, and deep pocket sheets that will fit over any mattress. You'll never want to sleep on anything else.
Go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen right now to get your very own MyPillow Giza Dream Sheets. Use the promo code, and Mike will give you 2 for 1 low price and free shipping.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together. Or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
Access North, over 30 years of service throughout northeastern Minnesota.
Being retired, I was looking for a little supplemental income. Access North offered the perfect solution with their homemaking services position. It's not only personally rewarding, helping other seniors and veterans, but it helps me stay active, the hours are flexible, and I can make some extra money too.
For more information about their homemaking services and other employment positions, call Access North, Center for Independent Living today.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS3.
Sports are my passion and the love of my life. And when you watch a sportscast, the biggest compliment that I get is that you seem so excited about what you're talking about. And that's not an act for me. Who doesn't want to see someone, deliver their news in a fun way? So if you love it, I love it, you're going to see the authenticity that I think I bring to CBS3 Sports.
Watch sports with Kelly Hinseth on CBS3.
Home's Memorial Day sale ends soon. Shop store-wide savings up to 30% off, plus no interest financing until 2023. Shop in the store by appointment or online, plus free no-contact shipping. Hurry, Home's Memorial Day sale ends Saturday.
Northland, when you want the most new country, make the switch to Cat Country 98.9 KTZO.
Never met a girl like you. What makes you country?
#1 for the most new country.
For the news that impacts you most, turn to Live Local CBS3.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
After months of social distancing, a rural St. Louis County man took on a unique project in his front yard. Using a 200-year-old white pine that had fallen down, Chris Chenard began carving the wooden Viking earlier this week. Instead of using a chainsaw, he's limiting himself to only using small electric tools and an old-fashioned chisel. He started this project hoping neighbors driving by would stop, and that's exactly what's happened. Chris says it's important to him to communicate with his neighbors, and this project is a good conversation starter.
Community interaction. That's something that we all desire. And to sit on the road and just wait for somebody to go by, it's just not in my nature. So I thought of this to be able to see my friends and neighbors.
And he currently doesn't have any plans of when he'll finish. He said he's considering the possibility of doing more wood carving projects in the future.
An annual Barnum High School tradition went virtual this year. The school holds a talent show on the last day of the year. They say it's a fun way to bring the school year to an end for students. Once COVID-19 forced them to close and go online, school leaders weren't sure if the show would still go on. One teacher who also went to Barnum says he remembers the talent shows on the last day of school, and he wanted to make sure it still happened.
It was really fun seeing the videos trickle in the last couple weeks. Sitting down and just watching the kids do what they do that's not school related was really cool.
The school sent out a message giving the students about 2 weeks to send in a submission for the talent show. If you would like to see the performances, you can find that link on our website. Coming up in sports, Minnesota athletes come together to help people in the Twin Cities.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Your water softener needs salt. You buy it, lug it, pour it, over and over. Save salt and the hassle with a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, the world's best. Click or call Culligan Water and start saving today.
Hello, I'm Steve Little, owner of Bath Planet. I want to thank you for allowing us to serve you these last 2 decades. Safety is our top priority, so our workers are following all CDC guidelines to ensure the safety of both our customers and employees. Our showroom is currently closed with a flexible reopen date. Our company is doing everything we can to keep our customers and employees safe during this time. We're excited to let you know that we've extended our offer of 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments for 2 years on all our products. So you can get the work done now and not have to pay for it until 2022. This offer now goes through June 30th. So call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. We will also give you a $25 gift card to a locally owned restaurant with every new appointment to show our support for other local businesses. On behalf of everybody here at Bath Planet, we look forward to serving you soon. Thank you.
Duke is a man of few words and many songs.
Let freedom ring. Gone country. Going down till the sun comes up.
It's 102.5.
I'm Dr. Carolyn Phelps, licensed psychologist. In the wake of this pandemic, many of us are feeling overchallenged and overwhelmed. If you or someone you care about is struggling with anxiety, depression, or any other mental health problem, please know this: getting help matters. Mental health care is essential care, and it's still available. Simply contact a local mental health care provider yourself or ask someone you trust whom they'd recommend. Now more than ever, reach out for help.
As we all navigate the challenges of the coronavirus outbreak, know that for more than 100 years, the Better Business Bureau has guided consumers and businesses from the Great Depression to the housing crash. We've connected consumers with businesses they can trust, and we've recognized businesses that are committed to uncompromising ethical standards. We're better together, and the BBB is here to help. Learn more at bbb.org. The Better Business Bureau, building trust in trying times.
Duluth's downtown waterfront district is starting to reopen. Our small, locally owned businesses have hope. They're excited to safely serve you, and most of all, they miss you. Now is the time to show your support and invest in buying locally. When you support a local business owner and their employees, your dollars stay in our community right where they belong. It gives a jump start to our economy when it's needed more than ever. We can do this. Let's show our love for downtown Duluth small businesses. Together, we are stronger.
Today in the cities was a pretty cool day as a number of Minnesota athletes and coaches came together for a good cause. Norman Seawright has the story from Minneapolis.
I came to America when I was 8, and I didn't really learn much about racism and just everything that's been going on until I was in like middle school or something. But I've seen over the years about everything that's been happening, and it's just been something that just needs to stop.
This block of 26th Avenue still bears the scars from last week's unrest. Beneath the surface, there's an ongoing need to be addressed.
I mean, Kyle Rudolph asked you to do something, you do it. Not only that, Carrie with Cub Foods, just a great partner at the University of Minnesota, and we came running. Once we knew there was something going on that could be part of change. Change starts with me, change starts with you. It starts with all of us.
Minnesota's sports figures, spearheaded by the Vikings' Kyle Rudolph, are using their visibility to help drive the conversation and to listen.
Maybe 2020 is what we needed to change, to be uncomfortable, to have the difficult conversations like you mentioned, and it's a completely different outlook on what's been a pretty awful year to date.
Something about this time feels different. I think that the biggest thing that we've been doing as a community as a whole is we're, opening up the floor to conversation. We're letting everybody speak out. We're letting everybody hold each other accountable, and I think that's just the first step it takes to have reform.
This effort to alleviate need and heal the community is one way to help take the lead.
We're always being watched, no matter where we go. Kids, elderly people, people our age, we're always being watched. So it's best for us to just be able to go out there and set an example. We have ample amount of time right now because of what's going on in the world. So it was might as well just come out here and just give back to the community, give back to the people that need us.
Found out that was Adam Thielen in the purple shirt at the end there. And countless grocery stores, restaurants, and markets have either been closed or destroyed during the riots last week. UMD Hoops is doing something about it. Tomorrow, the team will drive down donations collected from earlier today down to Concordia St. Paul, their rival in the conference. Athletes helping families are collecting non-perishable foods, clothing, and toiletries for the families of St. Paul.
Yeah, we talk a lot with our guys, and we have even within the last week, just using our platform. A lot of people sometimes struggle with what to say or how to say it, but if you just kind of follow your heart, we've got a lot of really good guys in our program, in our athletic department, in this community. We've just tried to tell our guys and have talked with our guys about standing next to each other and being together, and then just trying to support.
We talk a lot about how it's really important right now that we listen and we learn and we love. And ultimately got to stand up for what's right. So it's been really encouraging, and I'm really proud, and Coach Wick is really proud of our guys for standing up for what's right, being there for their teammates, for their former teammates, and just doing the right thing.
UMD has wrapped up their collection in Duluth as of today, but if you happen to be in the Twin Cities tomorrow, Concordia St. Paul men's basketball, they're hosting the event down on their campus tomorrow from 10 a.m. We have links to the full info on our website, CBS3Duluth.com. And Monday on CBS3 Duluth, we are going to be chatting with the guys behind the Twin Ports Development Camp. The camp is back for another year, July 27th through the 30th, for boys and girls in squirt, peewee, and bantams. You can head to twinportsprodevelopment.com for more info to sign up. And be sure to tune in on Monday when we chat with head camp instructor Brett Olson. That is going to do it for sports tonight. We'll be right back after the break.
CBS3 Closed Captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health Virtual Video Visits, offering face-to-face interaction with your provider from the convenience of home or work.
If you think about the last few months, maybe it'll give us a new perspective. Maybe we'll see things we've been missing. Maybe it'll help us see just how connected we all are. And maybe, just maybe, if we look at the big picture, it'll remind us just how amazing freedom really is.
When breaking news happened in your neighborhood, CBS3 was there.
They came out to stand up against racial inequality and demand that more is done. Now, there are protesters on both sides, both northbound and southbound I-35.
Duluth Police Department forced to make arrests and deploy tear gas as protests began to get out of hand in the early morning hours.
We're interrupting your normal programming this evening to hear from Minnesota Governor Tim Walz.
For coverage that matters most to you, tune to CBS3.
As we all navigate the challenges of the coronavirus outbreak, know that for more than 100 years, the Better Business Bureau has guided consumers and businesses from the Great Depression to the housing crash. We've connected consumers with businesses they can trust, and we've recognized businesses that are committed to uncompromising ethical standards. We're better together, and the BBB is here to help. Learn more at bbb.org. The Better Business Bureau, building trust in trying times.
Powerful change occurs when people unite. We unite people to activate positive change, to make lives better. Help us fight for what's right for all. Basic needs, access to health care, a good education, and financial stability. There's strength in numbers. Join us and live united. HLUnitedWay.org.
Kelly Hinseth takes her job at full throttle. There's no slowing down. She's full of enthusiasm.
Kelly brings a youthful exuberance to the newscast. She's loaded with energy. She's really passionate about sports.
I think even if you're not interested in sports, she draws you in.
She's always up and ready to go and ready to show us the latest in sports.
Get to know Kelly Hinseth, weekday nights on live local CBS3.
For the news that impacts you most, turn to live local CBS3.
Wake up with Austin and Jenna at 5 a.m.
Dave, we made it to Friday.
Boy, did we ever.
Tomorrow's not looking too bad.
No, it shouldn't be bad at all. A lot of us like it on the drier side and the cooler side. I think I'm going to be elbows deep into a few car projects, getting some things fixed, because rain could be with us by Sunday, and a chance for thunderstorms as well. And there's an slight chance some of those could be severe as well. Then come Monday, the rain chance falls down a bit, but then it gets warm and muggy, two things many of us Northlanders don't like. That'll be followed by the chance for soaking rain Tuesday, Wednesday, but that's got a silver lining because the fire danger's up, and hopefully that puts it away, at least for a while.
So make sure to enjoy that sunshine tomorrow.
Yeah, which looks like a nice day.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
Have a great weekend, everyone.